Good morning, Chasm listeners. It's Saturday, August 15th, 2020. This is Nathan Hylla, the Project Management Supervisor, with your conservation report this week. I am celebrating my 21st anniversary on Friday, which would have been yesterday. I'm taping this prior to Saturday, so hopefully I'm not in trouble. And I do careful planning with a card and a gift for my wife on the 14th. So it's been 21 years, a happy anniversary, but being part of marriage and part of buying an anniversary gift takes planning. Speaking of planning, we have a focus here in the office now on conservation planning. One of the reasons I got into this line of work originally was to help landowners just one-on-one, visiting with them and talking with them about their goals and what they want to do, which is actually called conservation planning. And that is the thing that I enjoy most about my job, is getting a chance to meet these landowners and talk with them about their goals, as well as solve resource concerns that they have on the farm. Maybe they have a gully, maybe they've got something that they want addressed and they need something taken care of. So that is the thing that I enjoy most. However, I don't get out of the office much anymore. For those of you who do know me, I'm very social. I like to talk with people, but unfortunately sometimes I'm in the office more than I'm out in the field. And we have a renewed effort here at the Conservation Office that we're going to use the Minnesota Ag Water Quality Certification Program as it's a tool, assessment tool, sponsored by the Minnesota Department of Ag, that's run through our office, and we sit down one-on-one with landowners and farmers and talk a little bit about some improvements that they can make and some of the things that they're doing already. And you receive a score on each field based on some of those considerations. Tillage, drain tile, feedlot compliance, and you would be working with a number of our planners here in the office that can do this work. So through this conservation planning, we can help you identify things that you can do, improvements that you can make. Basically, I always use this reference as a roadmap. Sometimes we don't always need to follow the shortest path. Sometimes it takes a little longer to get there, and we want to take the scenic drive. So maybe, implementing conservation a little at a time, when funding can afford it and when we have funding available for that. If you're interested in signing up and just going through that process, anybody that signs up in our office is going to be run through the Minnesota Ag Water Quality Assessment Tool, again, sponsored by the Minnesota Department of Ag. So I'm excited about that new opportunity. Speaking of new opportunities, for those of you who live in the area from St. Martin to Richmond, you may have received a survey in the mail. We have a pilot program starting called All Acres for Our Water. That's sponsored by a number of folks, a number of different agencies, for the Minnesota Land Trust, the Nature Conservancy, local co-ops, the Soil and Water, Natural Resources Conservation Service, and then there's some private funds that go along with this. Please take the time to take the survey. I know most of the time that it ends up, you're not taking the survey, but please do take the time. It helps us plan. Plus, it also helps us ask for additional funds for the ag community and even the urban communities, as well as the lakeshore folks. If we know a little bit more about what folks think, we know what to ask for, and we know how to frame different programs. So please do that. If you do see a survey in the mail, please take that survey and return it to the address listed on the survey, or you can, I believe, have the option to do it online as well. So again, more to come. All Acres for Our Water is a new pilot program, very interesting, very exciting, that uses this conservation planning to help fund different projects across your farm. So if you are, again, in an area from St. Martin to Richmond, and if your land drains to the Sauk River, if you're in that area, you would be eligible for this. So more to come on that. If you all do live in that area, we refer to it sometimes as the Bacchus Lake watershed, which no one really knows where Bacchus Lake is, but it's in that watershed. You are eligible for some cover crop funding. Right now we've got two cover crop opportunities and several others in the Conservation Office here. These are using state funds, the Board of Water and Soil Resources, to help fund cover crops. So if you want to try these out, now would be the time to contact our office. Our general line is 320-251-7800. The payment rates are very good. And right now those areas, let me get into the areas first. Areas near the South Fork of the Watab, anywhere near the city of Cold Spring, drinking water area near Big Fish Lake, or like I said, from St. Martin to Richmond, as well as the cities of near Melrose, New Munich, Sauk Center, Painesville, Roscoe, St. Martin, Richmond, Cold Spring, St. Joe, Rockville, Kimball, Waite Park, and Sartell. So those are those drinking water areas that we do have funding available for cover crops. And again, now is the ideal time when those small grains come off, or when there's when you chop for silage. Then there's plenty of time to do that, and we can act on them pretty quickly. So again, contact our office 320-251-7800. The payment rates are very good right now. Using this funding, it's actually an opportunity for producers and landowners to try it. The base rate, if you're not in one of these priority areas that I just mentioned, is $40 an acre for single species, $50 for two species, and $65 for multi-species. So the rates are very good. If you are in a priority area, the rates are $50 an acre, $60 an acre, and $75 for multi-species. That's $50 for single, $60 for two species, and $75 for multi-species. So if you were thinking about trying cover crops, this would be a great opportunity if you haven't done so. If you have tried it and used funding before, you may not be eligible. Or if you're just interested in trying cover crops in general, please call us, because there might be some funding through the Minnesota Department of Ag that also will help fund those cover crops. So hope everybody's doing well. I know this COVID is a little bit of an adjustment for everybody, even myself. And with school starting here and some sort of a hybrid model in a lot of cases, and no football and volleyball, we're going to have a little bit more time. Be sure to connect with neighbors as best you can. So enjoy your fall. Again, this is Nathan Hylla, Project Management Supervisor with the Stearns County Soil and Water Conservation District, with your conservation report for Saturday, August 15th, 2020.